there, Scorpio, and welcome to your May 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether this is your first time or your return viewer or subscriber. If you find that I hope this message resonates with you. And you find if it's not resonating, then go ahead and check out your moon sign, your rising, or your Venus, okay? And if it does resonate, then, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and give me a comment and let me know what you thought about the reading, all right, guys? Let's go ahead and get started, Scorpio. See what you got going on for this month. Your current energy is represented by the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles can represent focus. It can represent putting in the work, putting in effort, all right? Another meaning of the Ace of Pentacles can also indicate that you are fixated on either an issue or a particular person. So you might be thinking about this person a lot. You could be obsessing about them a lot, or obsessing, wondering if they feel for you the way you feel for them. Or they could be thinking about you a lot, Scorpio. They could be obsessing over you, okay? It could go anyway, but that's the current energy that's going on. At the current time, okay, whether you're single or you're in a relationship. For your crossing or your challenge, okay, is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles in reverse represents like feeling like you're part of something, not feeling left out anymore, coming in, quote unquote, out of the cold, okay? um it's about security, okay, feeling more secure, happiness coming where there may have been suffering before. um so for this to be the challenge, I think that's your challenge. That's where you're trying to get, okay? I think you're so focused on this person or this relationship because you want to feel more secure. You want something that's going to make you feel more secure, especially if you're coming from a past energy where commitment was lacking, or maybe a commitment fell apart. Okay, with this Four of Wands energy in the past, this can indicate either a person or relationship that your family and friends didn't necessarily approve of, okay, but someone who maybe wasn't offering you or wasn't forthcoming with the commitment that you want. So now you're in a situation where you feel like, you know what, you want to make this work, and you don't want to ever go back to feeling like you've been abandoned or feeling insecure in relationship, okay? Now, moving on to your future energy, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, which is interesting because the Page of Pentacles in the reverse can indicate a loss of focus. I sometimes call it like snapping out of it, right? So let's just say that, you meet somebody and you think they're the cat's meow, right? And you want them and you're willing to do anything. And that's just where your focus is. Your focus is on getting that person. And then over time, something happens and you realize this is not even what I want. This is not even like, this is not what I thought it was, or this isn't what I wanted. So that's what this Page of Pentacles is representing. It's like you realizing that either A, you don't need to put all your focus onto this person or onto this relationship or this particular issue, or you realizing that, you know what, this isn't even what I expected anyway. This is not what I wanted. All right. Let's go ahead now and move on to what you want, what you do want. And we get the Seven of Wands. So you know how I feel about these cards in this position. Probably going to pull another one because the Seven of Wands indicates indecisiveness, right? It's a hesitation to make a commitment. So why do you want, not a commitment, but it's a hesitation to make a move or to do anything. So why would you hesitate moving forward? Why would you want to be indecisive? So let me go ahead and pull another card. And we get the Hierophant. So put that together. So Hierophant can represent marriage. It can represent a traditional bond. It can represent doing what's expected of you. So I feel like here, I think maybe there's a situation where you don't know what you want because you're conflicted about, you know, what is expected of you. Okay, what is it that should you do what society expects, which is to get married or have a conventional traditional type of relationship, or do you wait to see what happens, right? Because once again, it seems like, yeah, you might be putting a lot of effort and work, but what is this other person doing? Okay, so when we get to these external issues over here, we'll see what's going on. um but when I see the Hierophant, I feel like, you want someone who might guide you. Okay, you maybe you're indecisive. You want to make a decision, but you can't. You're not sure what to do, and you would like there to be someone to help you, or you would like to have that guidance or that reassurance that, it's okay. Because the Seven of Wands can also indicate like bad timing, okay? So maybe you feel like the time just isn't right, or you want the time to be right. Scorpio, you guys are going to have to fill me in on that one, because I think that you do want marriage, but there's some hesitancy here, okay? Now, moving on to internal factors, what's going on inside, and we've got the Nine of Wands, okay? Actually, I pulled this in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse indicates paranoia, okay? Indicates some type of paranoia. It indicates you could be paranoid for good reason, or you could be paranoid for no reason. Because sometimes with the Nine of Wands, we have a tendency to create issues where there are no issues, okay? The nine also indicates buckling under the weight of the issues, all right? It's almost like you feel like you're just about to burst into tears at any moment, because it's just like thing after thing after thing, right? You've got a little bit of fight left in you with that one wand in your hand, but I mean, you're just one more issue away from the Ten of Wands, which is completely feeling like, there's a burden, okay? That the situation is just unbearable for you. So also with the Nine of Wands, you feel that whatever it is that you're feeling, you feel completely right. And you feel like you want your partner or the person that you're dealing with to see things the way you see things, okay? You might even be forcefully trying to get your point across to this person, and it may or may not be working, okay, guys? And you may be fixated on whatever the issue is, because once again, you're afraid that, or you don't want to, you want to be more secure. You want to feel more secure. You want to feel a part of something. You want to feel like things are more stable for you, okay? And so it's almost to the point where you're obsessing over it a little bit now, okay? But don't worry, because eventually you'll get past that. Moving on to your advice for this reading, we've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, all right? So when I see Wands in reverse, that represents your energy. Pull it back a little bit, okay, Scorpio? Pull back a little bit. If you've been focusing, you're hammering away at something, ease up, okay? Find your center again. Focus on yourself, okay? Not necessarily this issue. It's like you have to be true to yourself, all right? You need to listen to your inner voice and your inner spirit. Let that guide you. All right, don't hold back who you are anymore. That's what the Ace of Wands in the reverse is representing. Yeah, you may have been putting energy into a situation, but put energy into yourself, okay? And allow yourself to be exactly who you are in the situation. And maybe you'll be more comfortable and confident, all right? Don't let, I don't want to say, it's almost like, it's not about letting someone, because sometimes we have a tendency to want to please other people, right? And we'll do what we think is required of us, in order to please someone, but it doesn't necessarily please us. And then we wind up not sure if what we're doing is even worth it. We wind up paranoid. We wind up fixated on things because we think everything should be under our control, and it's not, okay? So be true to yourself, I feel like, is what the Ace of Wands is telling you right now, Scorpio, okay? Is there anything else? No, I think I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the external factor. And we have the four, why I say four, we have the Seven of Cups. So that means that for some of you, whoever you're seeing or whoever you're dealing with, they may be either selling you an illusion, okay? They may be selling you a fantasy, or the Seven of Cups has a tendency of, it's like falling in love with the idea of something, right? Falling in love with the idea, but not necessarily who you are. Or they feel like you are selling them a fantasy, that you're not being who you really are, right? And so this is all an illusion, okay? Because the Seven of Cups in the upright represents illusions. It represents things unsaid. It represents, you see these cups and you see how there's different things in each cups, and we've got a snake slithering through all. It represents that, you know, either someone's not being straightforward, someone's hiding something, or someone's not seeing things for how they are. They're seeing them for how they want to be, okay? How they want them to be. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card for that Seven of Cups. And we get the Fool in reverse, okay? So with the Fool in reverse, that's about being a little bit foolish, okay? The Fool in reverse is acting on that foolish behavior. The Fool, yes, we can tend to think they're naive, but it's more about, them being independent in their journey, okay? Them going on their way and what they encounter. When that's in the reverse, it's almost like they're just being reckless about it, okay? They're not thinking. It's not about new beginnings, it's just about anything, right? So, this is someone who also has a desire for freedom and independence, and maybe that's getting in the way of a relationship, okay? Or they're falling for the illusion, thinking that they can still be independent, and that's not necessarily going to work for you because you need stability and security. All right, and that's maybe where your hesitancy comes in, because you want security, but this person, you feel like maybe they're not being very realistic. Okay, that's in this combination that I'm getting with the Fool in reverse and the Seven of Cups, is that either you feel like this person is not being realistic, or they feel like you're not being realistic. Okay, and that'll resonate for some either way, either or, and you'll know because you're in that situation. All right, are you dealing with somebody who thinks you're not being realistic, or maybe they know or they feel like you're not being yourself, and they or remaining independent because they see where there's some illusions going on here. They see where everything isn't as it seems. All right, Scorpio. So I know you guys are like masters of, manipulation, but you can't always take for granted that people don't see what's going on, because sometimes they do, and vice versa. If they are selling an illusion, then you want to be careful that you're not buying something because you're so focused on just getting what you want, which is this commitment, okay? Because you do want commitment. The Hierophant is here. So for some of you, you do want something that is traditional. Even though you may not have it at the moment, that is what you would like, okay? Um, your hopes and your fears, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like that's, you're afraid of confusion, okay? Plain and simple. You are intuitive enough to see where there may be underlying things amiss, okay? So I think that your fear is just coming in from your intuition. Even though you may be focused on one area, you're a water sign, and at the end of the day, your intuition is always going to ping. It's like your navigator, okay? It's like your GPS. So your GPS is going off, and you're fearing, you know what, there's going to be frustration at the end of this. You're worried about either you losing interest or the other person losing interest, okay? So once again, I feel like if you're just who you are naturally, everything is just going to fall into place, okay? I don't think you really have anything to worry about, even though you are a little bit, um, you are worrying a little bit right now. And I say that because we have the King of Cups and the upright as your outcome. So where we have the King of Cups, that is, if it's a person, they could possibly be a Pisces, or even an Aquarius. But they're gentle, they're kind, they're intuitive, they know how to balance their emotions with, their logic. They're compassionate, they're considerate. If it's not a person, that's the energy that you need in order to be successful in this situation. So once again, keying into your intuition, right? And also, if it's not a person, if it's not you, this can just indicate a time where things are calm and harmonious, all right? If you're in a relationship, it's, things are going smoothly. If you're single, it indicates that the kind of love that you want is there. And I think that the King of Cups as an outcome, it's not necessarily pertaining to this particular situation at all times. Sometimes the King of Cups is there just to let you know that the love that you are looking for is out there, so there's no need to settle. Okay, there's no need to settle on something that has you feeling indecisive, something that has you feeling, borderline insecure, something that eventually you're going to be bored with or realize is not for you, because what is for you is out there waiting for you. Okay, and once again, being true to yourself is the fastest way to getting there. All right, Scorpio. So that has been your reading. At this point, I'm going to go into the extended reading where I pull clarifiers to, get more detail into certain positions. And if you're interested in that, then you can go ahead and click that eye icon on the right hand side of your screen, which will tell you how to get to the extended reading, how to order the extended reading, how to order a personal reading if you're interested in a personal reading. Or I also offer a monthly giveaway for a free reading. So if you're interested in signing up for that, then you can visit my Patreon site, and there'll be a link for that also popping up on your screen, and you can get more information there. All right, guys. And if not, if you don't feel like doing all that and you just want to hit me up directly, my email address is divinelovetarot@gmail.com. It should be scrolling at the bottom of your screen, but if not, check the description box below the video, and all my information is there as well. All right, guys. I hope this resonated with you, and I will see you at the next reading. And let me know. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. All right, guys. See ya.